All right. All right. All right. All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Coming this evening. I don't know why this keep popping up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're gonna have to see what's going on with this. Um, why are these? What? What is this? And it's doing it on its own. Sister Deborah is coming with a message. And I want you to put this here in your spiritual backpack because you're going to need it. We are going to need it. And I am so grateful today that I stepped in obedience and did exactly what he asked me to do. And I saw the results of what he was saying. Um, Let me tell you what we're doing out here. What we are doing is we are, as people, and it's just a part of our culture as well. We give all nations the benefit of a doubt. It's just got something to do with us as a people. I mean, it's just something that's in us that tends to accept other nation very, very freely. And I think it has a lot to do with being in the land of your captives and feeling the need to, kind of let go and let everything be okay, but you can't. That's one of our failures, just like the young man that lost his life among his white friends. It's just not him, even though it's something strange about that still. It's just not him. This happened every month, you guys. I was like said, how is all these people bringing up these cases and no one ever covered these cases? And then you mean it's that many? That yes. So what it leads me to understand is what I'm about to talk about. Judah has a different, which is brown skinned people. We tend to usher any and everybody um, in our surroundings. We put a lot of trust in all nationalities, but we don't have no trust for our own nation, our own tribe. And that's what's kind of sickening. But the father was dealing with me on something because he said, I want you to say this. And then it's almost like he was saying that if you say this, you'll see who the person really is. And lo and behold, the outcome was awesome to me because it told the hidden story, the hidden reality, the hidden revelation. Am I grateful? Sure I am. Oh, Father, because I had no idea that that was what he was saying all the time. Have I been teaching that on this page? Sure I have, to the utmost. And how, as long as we can sit on this platform and degrade, or not, yeah, in a sense, kind of degrade the ways of our own nation and judging our own nation and bringing the light to our own nation, it's good and dandy. But if you talk about anything that's in another ballpark, then that's when you ain't who you should be. Because it's a very powerful thing. Because the Spirit was dealing with me on it this evening. And he was telling me, I was planning on early this morning, I was planning on having my title for my message this evening was going to be, Father, I see you. Father, I see you. Because I saw what he was doing. I saw that. I got up this morning, did my daily praying in the Spirit. did my exercising, ate a little food, and I said to the Father, I see you, Father. I see you. I see you, Father. Because I felt I saw that which he was trying to get me to see. And in the progress of me saying, I see you, it was something he wanted me to see. So I'm saying, I see you. But all the time, I'm thinking, that's a good topic because I see y'all. I see what you're doing. But when it all panned out, it was what he wanted me to see. People, I know it is something in us that trust in other nations. But because there are so many warning signs all over the United States, all over the world, showing us how we as the elects in the body of Hamashiach that belongs to Judah and Israel, we need to line up. We need to line up and line in. And what he was explaining to me, he said, you say this. And that at that moment, I was thinking kind of off a little bit, but I was wanting to see the outcome of what he meant when he said, you say this. But I love the way he rumbled. I love his swag because it identified all kind of darkness. Did Sister Deborah know? Somewhat. I sent a message to you all saying I'm thinking about canceling my plans. That's way back. That's how far y'all have been dealing with me on this. Being cautious and being cautious in when he said something to me, take heed to it. Take heed to it. It's just a lot. It's like a lot of these women. They go get all of these men, and the next thing you know, they are now ceased. They get them from prison. They don't care where they get them. It's because they run right into these individuals that really don't mean them no good. You see what I'm saying? And this is what is going on with Judah, period. Whether it's male or female. You see what I'm saying? We need to be very, I can't even say it, the Father said it, because if you ain't got him in you, it's no such thing as cautious. Because therefore you're entering into the world in the way the world will fish you out of the lake. And you won't even know what hit you. So I can't really say be cautious because I can sit and say that 24/24. And I myself can't even be cautious. That's why I'm grateful for the Most High Yah. The other day, I think it's been a week now, I talked about how counseling out, don't be under someone else's control and the way someone else is setting it up. When it's supposed to be you, but yet you're up under somebody else's authority. You're up under somebody else's plan, somebody else's way, someone else that says this. That's what's wrong with Judah. We as a people that don't have the Holy Spirit, we are out here falling under the protocol of many that's at 1 minute they right there, next minute they got a different heart, you people. Their heart is not the same. It's not the same. But when that spirit start to identify, and then you know you got it now. Now you can nail it. You remember when he said, try the spirit by the spirit? A lot of times you can try the spirit by the spirit by just saying a few words, and then you'll see which spirit that individual really is. They have no idea what Yah has invested in you. You know why? They so in tune with everything that they are with Yah. And I would suggest any and everybody, if you that tune in with them, go sit down with them. Okay? Go where you say he's so in tune where you in you, and you serve him. Because I'm gonna tell you something. What I have learned and still learning, I never say I know it all, but what I'm still learning, people using the Most High Yah like a mop. They don't know him, but they have found a way where they can sling him like a mop to wipe up all of their spills and to wipe up all of their trash. They use him like a mop. They feel that I can take and use him, flip him, turn him this way, turn him that way. And whenever I'm ready to use him, just grab my mop. And I place him here, 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 here. And he ain't nowhere here. When we tell you what people are placing him, here. And not in their spirit. They're placing him here, using him as a mop to wipe up their wrongdoing, their wrong sin, they trash, and their spills. It's like going, you know how you spill something and you can go in the closet and you might have a different kind of mop or a mop and a sponge mop, to clean up or whatever. You go into the closet and you get it and you clean it up. That's how people are using Yah. Why? It's so easy. It's so easy. Where is it easy? On these devil platforms. On these devil platforms. I'm going to tell you what he told me. So this evening, he wanted me to understand. He said, Deborah, it has never been given to anyone to find the body of Hamashiach, for it is spiritual. Then he began to tell me, why is it spiritual? Because you and everybody else will put any and everybody in the body. I said, Father, you are so 100. You are so, the whole world will be in the body of Hamashiach. If it's up to you and I, we had a whole world in there. And the whole world would just be in it like it is today. Like it is today. People saying what grafted in. He said, Deborah, I graft them in. And like I said, in their eyes, they're clean. They're good. They're righteous. They're just. But they don't even understand. I'm measuring that spirit. What spirit is that, Father? The same spirit I tell my elects to try that spirit. By the spirit. And then all that came to me. That makes a lot of sense. See? But we don't want to do that. We just want to add everybody into the body of Hamashiach and make them a part of the body of Hamashiach. No, said the Most High to me this evening. But what he did is, you guys, he gave me the reason why he did not create anyone on the earth, okay, to find the body of Hamashiach. That's what he was saying. He said, because, and then he told me why. He said, because man, meaning flesh, would put everybody into the spirit of the body of Hamashiach, and they won't even be in the body of Hamashiach. They be in the body of the flesh, the body in there, and here y'all, calling it the body of Christ. So he'd say, we will run out here and get everybody and include them into the body. That's why he didn't send no one to place everybody into the body, or to find the body, or to seek the body. You tell me if that's not awesome, because he's actually, just like he said in the end days. Remember the talent, not the talent, the parable of the one that he spoke of about. There was wheat, the father had wheat, but when the next day came in, the workers reported, now there's something else out there in it. What was it? The tare. And then the workers said, well, let us go pluck it all up. Could they have done it? Sure, they could have. Sure, they could have. But the Father knew he didn't put that type of gift and authority in them to be able to distinguish the two. So he say, leave them alone, let them grow together. I would do the separation. See, the Father knows in the spirit realm who's who and what's what. Because if it's up to us, we'll put everybody in there. Our families, our friends, our co-workers, our neighbors, our enemy. We'll put everybody in the body of Hamashiach. And we'll walk away like we done something. But he left us a token, you guys. A really good tool. And that tool was for us to use the spirit of what's in us when he is greater in us, to try the spirit that is in others. But we don't, as people, want that, because we want to behold what the people are doing on the outside that's causing us, it's causing us to win them by what they doing on the outside. Ain't that deep? Because we'll be looking for how nice and how pleasant and how one might give and one might help and one might support on the outside. But that has no connection to the real deal of who somebody is on the inside. And what does that do? That throws us off. Because now we're not trying the spirit by the spirit. We're not looking at the individual in the spirit realm anymore. We're looking at them for what they do on the outside in the flesh realm. You get what I'm saying? And it throws us off from the gift that is within that says, try that spirit by the spirit. He tells us that. Then he gives you the gift from the kingdom, the gift from the kingdom, the gift from the kingdom, which is discerning. What is it you're supposed to discern, Deborah? Who a person is in their spirit, whether they're evil or whether they're good. You see, all the gifts that he gave was to measure individuals based on who their spirit is. But we will measure people based on who they are on the outside and how they are on the outside without even considering who are they on the inside. So Sister Deborah is wanting to say to you all today, the Spirit has schooled me really well, because when I went out today and the Spirit says, say this, and you will get your full result. Now, I wasn't thinking of the whole revelation. I wasn't thinking of who a person really is. In my mental state, I wasn't thinking like that. But y'all was. Y'all was. The Bible says, and I'm going to say the Bible because that's most 99.9 study at. It says in there, let me see, what does it say? I had it right on my tip. It was try the spirit by the spirit, but that wasn't it. It was part of that. You will know them by their fruit. That was another one. You will know them by their fruit. And the fruit is not natural. It's not what someone give and what someone don't give. It's spiritual fruit. And when you don't see the spiritual fruit outside of the mouth claiming all the fruit, then you know how to put it in the right perspective, in the right order. He's telling us we are not to build up his body. That's the body of Christ. Is Christ flesh? No, he's spirit. So while we are trying to build up the flesh to make it the body, just because how the flesh participating, it has to be something deeper than that. And the Father said, it's the spirit, Deborah. It always be, even since heaven and earth was created, it was always the spirit. Always the spirit. Even Satan had sense enough to try Yeshua based on the spirit. He was trying Yeshua based on the spirit. When many would think that he was trying them based on the flesh, even though the flesh went into fasting and praying for 40 days and 40 nights. But what happened? His flesh needed it to withstand the temptations of Satan. Why? Because Satan wanted to know, do you have Christ with you? All the things he asked him to do had something to do with the power. You see, it had something to do with the power. And that's how it is with us. Many will come in the midst wanting to know, is Christ with you? And the moment you lead one to believe that you're off trigger, you're off balance, and you don't really have that power Christ come to bring you, then that's the part they'll work on. The outer man to get you in to the game itself. And it's played on the outside. The game is not played on the inside. It's only on the outside. Something else he said to me I thought was strange. He said, you remember when Moses came down? Moses said something. When he came, he threw the tablet down. He was fierce. But he said something. He told the Levites and Aaron, whoever is on your side, pull up. You see what I'm saying? What was he saying? Pull your swords up. You see? So what would and why would the Father cause something like that to take place? Even though these are all supposed to be the children of Israel. Because the Father wants you to understand. At any time, he can cut off anything let's imagine how long them Hebrew Israelites was following and came out of Egypt, remember? Came through the sea. They came into the wilderness. All that time, y'all think. All that time they were there. Years. But when y'all put in the heart of Moses to go down there and take them out, you see? But look at how long they've been in. Don't you think as long as he killed 3,000 men with the sword, Moses did, Levi and Aaron. Now just think, don't you know that Yah knew they weren't on his side? You see? Yah will let you think you pulling something over him. He will let you think you got the upper hand. Because what has happened in this country, period, it's something, I think I've been telling y'all that for quite a long time. There are a certain race of people that has something down in them that tells us in other nationalities, you're not supposed to have nothing to say. You don't buckle up against us. You don't disagree with us. You either shut up, hear what we say, believe what we say. We are right, so we are right. And they don't even understand what type of spirit that lives in them from their forefathers all the way up until today. They have no idea of why y'all want this country down. They have no idea that they are the main reason. They'll look at all over the country before they look within. Let me show you something. I was looking for David. One day I'm going to find David and I'm going to pull it up so y'all can see him. David is a young man that had been following truth. I'm just going to lay it down. Truth of what he knew. And it wasn't so much as he started off doing his own study in the Hebrew Israelite, but he poured away and did his own study and started his own page. But he teach it up to this guy was on here before I was. He teach it to the max. You know what this is what Sister Deborah keep telling y'all. There are those type of people will be grafted. They automatically, you could see their works of their fruit and how they are grafted in. Their fruit identify them. You see? Because what people don't understand. I used to wonder, okay, Father, in order for them to accept Judah, they can't accept the Yeshua unless they accept Judah. Do y'all know that? Do y'all know that? The Messiah came out of Judah. Judah is a brown-skinned race. So if the Messiah Yeshua came out of Judah, the best thing everybody in the world should want to understand, who did and where did the Son of Man come out of? Mary was Judah. You see? No one really knows that. They don't understand you can't just bypass the lineage and just assume I'm getting in because I accept. Now watch this. This is what he was sharing with me today. Those that do accept, those are the true grafted in. And I've been teaching that for quite a while, trying to get y'all to understand that when they deny us and see us worthless to the point, you're not supposed to buckle up against me. You're supposed to do what I say. You're supposed to say what I say. You're supposed to abide what I say. Even if they got to use Yah as the mark, they still feel it's something deeper even in them that you, being Judah, you're not supposed to say a monkey word, but agree with them, do it the way they said, feel it the way they said, walk it the way they said, and talk it. It's something that's in them. And guess where it's at, y'all? It's in their spirit. It's a level, or like I told y'all, of hate that caused Yeshua to tell his disciples, don't you be deceived. But let me tell you how it's going to go. There's going to be wars and rumors of wars, but don't be caught up in that. But when it comes to nation against nation, there it go. Because that's the first thing that they are gripping and protecting for right here today. Is their nation. Their own nation. And that's why I say a lot of women that's out here that's marrying these other nations, they don't know how much trouble they're going to fall into in the days to come. Because who people are from the inside, which is which part? Their spirit is their real identity. So the Father say this, and then you'll know the spirit of the individual. And I'm like, okay. And it made a lot of sense. You all people will come on this page and do the search on Sister Deborah and everybody on her page. They will do the search of everything and anything. Why? Because there's a spirit of conniving and cunning, crafty, sorcery that says, I want to know everything. But the moment you ask one sentence, that person would turn all the way upside down and flip over and start to sling Yah like a mop. like a mop. She said, out of nowhere. But I'm so grateful. The Father say this. And it's going to tell you what you need to know. And I wasn't looking for it, but I am a grateful sister that greater is he in me than he that is in the world. Going back to what he said. You wouldn't have never known. You just would have got caught in it. But I wanted you to know before you bust that move. I want to know what you're dealing with. I'm going to let you see what you're dealing with. And I am so grateful. I am so 100% grateful. Anytime, in their own study guide, it says, quick to hear, slow to speak. People would use Yah like a mop. They want you to hear them, but they can't and won't hear you. Now, throughout my whole living, I used to hear that so much. I used to hear it so much. And I used to see, look, honestly, I used to think when that just was happening to them, that's them. Because when I can go anywhere and talk to people and they listen. And like I told you, my children up to my son 45, he'll tell you he ain't never seen me and my siblings have a disagreement. He'll tell you, nope, I ain't never seen my mother had a disagreement. I'm the oldest grandbaby. I ain't never seen her and her sister and them falling out and arguing and fussing. See, I can tell you something, y'all. I know a lot of y'all don't understand that, but I can tell you something. Because this is how Yah has predestined and ordained and foreknew me and order my steps. So I can stand here today at 65 and look at you boldly and tell you that's not something that went in my household. You see? So when now, I told y'all many a times, they would invite me, I won't go. But when they invite me and I go, the utmost respect. We laugh, we have fun, we talk about old times. That's it. Why? Because if a person don't discern what is in you, because they're so busy thinking they're going to sling y'all's mop anyway to prove he's in there, you go on sling that mop. Don't let it be released out of your hand. Because when you finish slinging it, you're going to find out what the mop really represents. Because I'm telling y'all, where we are at in this day is sorcery, witchcraft, crafty, narcissist, control, power. I told y'all, I think I at least made 10 videos telling you, they ain't over. These people ain't trying to get no money from y'all. These people don't want your materialistic thing. They want what? Power. Power is what everybody's seeking. Everybody is seeking power. And I sit there and I realize there is a nation of people that will not release the mindset of power out of their wicked heart for nothing, not even for the Most High Yah. And they will sling that mop, calling it Yah, and still holding on their authority of power. Because that's something that's rooted in them through generation and generation and generation. See, as long as we talk about the generation and we are cursing, we are cursed with a curse, and our forefathers have sinned and against Yah. We can talk about that all day and night. But there are people, they don't have no problem when you talking like that. Just don't come over in their ballpark. Don't come talking about their nation. Why? Because that same spirit, that same hateful spirit that will cause many of young black men and black women right here today that have died in the mindset of thinking these white people is right. I'm going to be among them. Surely they're not going to hurt me. But when this young man, which I have heard it many times, y'all Sister Deborah ain't going to make it sound like I don't know. I have heard it so many times, it's crazy. But now all the cases are pulling up from a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month. Just all these cases. I said, why didn't they? But going back, when they white, they right. They're going to keep it out of the media. They're going to keep it out. All of this does to me is understand why Revelation 18 is a must. And many of the plagues that's coming is a must. I really believe they're coming after a people. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Because it's just like we would say that we are cursed because of our father. Guess what? You couldn't tell them that. Because the type of spirit that's down in them, their own spirit did not come from the kingdom to receive nothing like that regarding themselves. That's why the Christians can walk around here and take on the fact to say that Yeshua, the Son of Man, was European. You see how heavy, y'all don't get it, do you? Father, that's a good one, Father. You see how heavy they believe that. You couldn't go into a Christian church and not even get not one to say that they black. And they can have 1 billion people sitting in the church, in a Christian church. You won't get one to stand up and tell the truth. Even amongst Judah, the church where the brown-skinned people in, they believe he's white too. So you can you kind of feel where I'm coming from? So everybody think when you're white, you're right. And it's a sealed in the spirit of people. It's not, the Father say, the flesh feels that it has the entitlement to get away with anything. But what I learned was what he's been telling me. I told y'all, he tells me many things. I don't take a lot of it to where I should take it. You see? But I think that's need to be who I am, what I am, and the purpose of why I'm here. Stick to it. Don't let what's on the outside deceive what you can discern on the inside. And that's what I've been preaching on this devil platform longer than a year. And they would say, when you always talking about the whites and you always talking about whites, and people are dissecting individuals on my page, seeing who's who and what's what. But the moment you ask them one question, who their spirit really is, it shows up. It revealed itself. And I'm a grateful sister. I reverse all my plans and make sure I go nowhere near, ever. Because it showed me exactly what the Father wanted me to know. And I guess it was out of my disobedience, because he said, just say this word. And if I told you the word, you say, but why would someone react like that? This is the deep sickness that's resting in. It's a deep spiritual sickness. And they would never, ever, ever, ever own it. You know why? Because if you can take a mountain and you can make it the most high Yah in your whole living, how you move this way, how you move this way, how you pray, how you do this, everything you use that mountain to justify, to identify that Yah is in you. But he's not in a person enough to chastise them and correct them in righteousness. Only enough that individuals can claim him and sling him like a mop to wipe up stuff that they spill. And we as a people have to learn that, seriously, we need to just learn that our people are some horrible people. They make some horrible choices and mistakes. But you know what? Don't go over on the other side. Don't go near it. Because it is something in the spirit that is totally rooted, that ain't going nowhere. And no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how you preach it, no matter how you teach it, it ain't going nowhere. People don't even understand all those verses. It's 4 of them in there in Proverbs telling you in their own eyes it's clean. Not just Proverbs 16. It's in, I think it's Proverbs 27. It's in there 4 times. Why would Solomon say that? Because it's showing you how rooted a people are. And when we help y'all out, something y'all really don't know, when we tell you how it's 100% what I'm saying, Why is he pulling up on Babylon? Why is that fierce and that anger to destroy this country like he's going to destroy it? You think it's because of Israel? I mean, the Hebrew Israelites? No. It's because of people who've been getting away with stuff for so long. They thought the kingdom didn't see it. They thought the kingdom don't know nothing about it. Or the kingdom ain't gonna come down and defeat it. They mental state believes that. That's why they continue to go in that way. They're not going to change the way because the way is in them. What do you mean by that, Deborah? It's in the spirit, y'all. The way is already in the spirit. That's what he was revealing to me when I was saying, but I would have thought, no, you thought nothing. Because you can't think what a person's spirit is. You can just try the spirit by the spirit. And once you do it the correct way, Deborah, guess what? You're going to know who's who and what's what. But like I say, the things on the outside we take in to measure a person. No, don't take what's on the outside to measure a person. Trust in what that spirit on the inside is causing you to try someone else on the outside. Trust in it. Trust in it. And stop thinking that it's speaking of something else. I'm trying to get this here because now I'm going to show you. Y'all probably seen this lady. Many of you all probably seen her before. But she's been doing it. Whoa, I think they said she's been doing a good 30 years. She's been knowing all about the Hebrew Israelites. But she traveled all over this country, teaching it at seminars, college, elementary, this late churches. Now, couldn't that be her life? Couldn't she lose her life doing that? Sure, she can. She sold out for Yah. I'm going to let them know what you have given me. Now, she's really old, but here she is. You all didn't seen her before. She's traveled all over the United States. This is what you call a grafted in. Why? She ain't trying to be a Hebrew Israelite. She's not trying to fall under their protocol, the way they think and the way they study, what she is doing is what Yah called her down here to do. Even if it causes her very life, she stands on what? Truth. Do you know other nationality will kick truth way in Japan if they could, and still hold on to the lie and the wicked and evil, as long as they're able to live it their way, have it their way, talk it their way, do it their way, think it their way, feel it their way. They will kick that bad boy all the way over to Japan, because that's what they do. So if y'all ever wonder, well, what is this sister saying? Just think about Revelation 18. Who is he really coming after? Who is he really coming after? Guess what? They can't even function that. They can't even function that. They thinking they're going to be included. Just like all the Catholics, all the Christians. The Catholics pretty much know they ain't, but all the Christians. Everybody think they included to get up out of here and survive what's about to take place in this country. They have no idea what's going to hit them because they believe they're right because they're white. Nobody can tell them nothing. It's got to go our way. And you want me to tell you what? You see how I'm saying it? The Father is said it's not the way you say it, it's what's in them. You see what I'm saying? He said it's already in them. That's why you couldn't change not now one on your page, because they don't believe they need to know anything about their own race because they white, they right. And that's just it in a handbasket. And I first wanted to, my ex-husband told me it's called shame, Deborah. It's shame. I said, I don't think it's shame. It's deeper than shame. And the Spirit told me today, it ain't shame. It's their reality. It's their spirit. You know, like us coming over here because our forefathers sinned. You see? Likened to them. There is a hate that has caused them to feel, you as black, you ain't got nothing to say because you ain't got no way of thinking. You ain't got no way of feeling. You don't have a personal opinion. You better not say nothing. You better not do nothing but do it what we tell you. That is so locked into their spirit, they won't have it no other way. No other way. None whatsoever. And you will all begin to see it. I just told you all about the young man that they was talking about on that boat. What's sad about it? What happened, and this is why I said something strange about that, because why that case? And since that case came up, now you see hundreds of them right here in the United States. Same situation. Same thing I keep pleading with my son. Don't do it. Please don't go. Please don't go. Because that's exactly what he do. You see? Why would you think y'all is letting this happen to them? Think, y'all, think. Because they keep putting their trust in a people who have failed them since their ancestors came over here. So they ain't going to convert and start to even recognize you to be anything. Even if you say that you are an apostle of the Most High Yah, you are a priest of the Most High Yah, you are a prophet or a prophetess of the Most High Yah, even if they say you are a pastor of the Most High Yah, no matter what you are, being melanated, they ain't going to see you to be nothing but still something lesser than who they are. That's why they can cling to the churches on the outside, because they want to cling to something that remind them that they are somebody, they are everything, and everybody else is belittled. Be careful. Be careful. That's all I can say. And even me saying be careful is not good enough, because Yah is allowing it. And I know, and many of y'all haven't paid no attention to it, but that one case should not have wiped away all those other ones that happened before it. Something's just ain't right, y'all. And that's what I put before the Most High Yah. I said, now this one case should not be holding that much heavy weight. What is going on with that one case? Something ain't right. Because here you get hundreds of them coming up. Same thing. You even got this one young lady that she said all in college and in elementary and high school and in college, she always had white friends, never had black friends, never hang out with no blacks. And she said she cut it out because she found out the way they were treating her and started to say little really nasty things. I said, all them years? Yes. And they would hang out all the time, go to the movies, and they've been friends for so long, males and females, white. And she was the only black. But she said, as you, the more you cling to them, the more you'll see that it's something in them. Yes, it is. It's in them. And y'all ain't going to remove it. And anybody grafted in would be like that lady there. Why? Because she's taking the fruit and she's traveling all over the world. But what make her do that, y'all? Do y'all know what make her do that? Let me tell you what makes her do that. What makes her do that is what Yah put in her. To what? To erase her whiteness and stand in the gap for truth. You ain't gonna get him to do that. Now, do I see a lot of, I do. I see a lot of, here's another one. Wait a minute, let me get her. Y'all probably seen her. Oh, she really shouting loud. But she's been in it for about 10 years. She's been in it for about 10 years. This is a different lady. She's younger than the other one. I don't know if y'all ever saw her before. She's been in it for about 10 years, longer than I've been on here, breaking that stuff down. Now, you would wonder what in her that would do that. The spirit of Yah. She is the spirit. What happened? She dissect and judge herself daily, realize who she is and who the Messiah is in the people that are the true Hebrew Israelite and Jews. Yah never told nobody. He ain't never told you to go over there and join the Hebrew Israelites. Go over there to join the true Jews. Go over there and join Israel. Go over there and join Judah. He ain't never said that. Why? Because he knows who he got his seed invested in. They're going to stand on the mountaintop. And these two women, They do not. And David, oh, he really good, y'all. Woo! Y'all probably didn't seen him before. He's real good. He don't care. And I like how his family embraced him once they gave him a hard time. But now he said he's close to his family, his wife, children, wife, family, everybody talk about it. And now he already converted them. Converted them when? How? It's letting them know we as a people are wrong. Stop trying to act like they don't have a voice. Stop trying to act like that they bad people, they enemies, and they can't have a voice. They can't talk. They don't know what they thinking. They don't know what they feeling. They can't cross us without their own opinion. They got to do what we tell them. They got to take what we tell them. They got to abide. Let me tell y'all. I saw myself in a situation like that last week. And I realized, no, back that thing up. Back that thing out. Laying that thing down. Could have had a wonderful time if you would have just got to, know, just that beautiful time. Oh no, it's that control and power got to rule. I got to rule it. I got to do this to make it like I want it to be. Did, and blame Yah. Put Yah in the midst. Y'all said this, y'all said do this, y'all said do this. Y'all stop that line on the Most High, y'all. That's your flesh. Wanting to be controlled. Wanting to control. Like a narcissist. Can't take no for an answer. Can't take nothing that's out of their contents or out of their order. They can't accept it. And that's how wicked they have portrayed within them. And me myself, I always was like this here. And I'm like I told y'all before, I'm not a person that racist or in with color. And everywhere I've gone, every job I worked, every people that I worked around was multitude. And they'll tell you, this lady, she'll talk to anybody. She treat everybody. That's how I am. That's just how I always been. I told you my dad got mad at me for a whole year because I put my son in the school. I didn't pay no attention that I knew there was a lot of white people there, but I just put my oldest son there. I just put him there in the North County, and they had them going there, and it was a decent school. So I wasn't looking at. I did notice, it wasn't that many blacks, but that's not what I was trying to get out of it, y'all. Just a better school for him. You know what I'm saying? But what my dad was saying that you need to teach him, how I'm going to teach him something I don't know about. So to say this, I have never been that type of person. This is why Sister Deborah yearned for the body of Hamashiach, and the Father said, stop yearning for it, because it hasn't been given to you to usher nobody into the body. Because if it was, you'll have everybody and everything in there. And he is so right. When he was telling me that today, I said, Father, I salute that, because that is so right. That means no man or woman on this earth, don't y'all take y'all tails out here making people the body of Hamashiach. The Father said the body of Hamashiach is spiritual. So how can you bring spirit into the body of Hamashiach? You can't. And you can't measure the flesh. That's why he told us, try the spirit by the spirit, just so we'll know what we're dealing with. We don't even want to try the spirit by the spirit, because we take what they give and what they do on the outside of us, and we just assume that's a godly man, or, that's a godly woman. But we got to understand what is in the inner man. Who are they? Are they serving the Most High Yah? And that's what I had to learn today. And I'm so grateful. And I was, like I said, I was speaking about counseling, and I'm so glad the Father gave me one last choice to speak something and see the outcome. See, people think that it's best for them to have it their way or no way, especially if it's what they've been doing all day living. Not understanding, oh baby, when that fire hits your tail, all of your ways gonna get burnt up, because that's what y'all is coming to judge, by the fire. You see? So those ways that everybody's so detached to and so embedded in, those ways are gonna get burnt up. And any and everybody who think, because you're white, you're right, you're going down with the Titanic. If you most likely probably go before, but let me tell you, he ain't playing no more. And I ain't saying no more. This been going on. Tribulation then poured in. And this is what you see. None of Judah is doing the search because so much of it is going on. It's not brought to the media. And a lot of Judah don't see it. A lot of individuals are being found. Cease. Yes, whether you know it, you like it, or you understand it or not. Don't think y'all don't see it. Oh, please, y'all don't think y'all don't see it. He see it, but he also knows that he already got a plan for that. And everybody walking around here okaying it, I don't care what nationality you are. Everybody that's on that dark side and not on your side, it's over for you. And nope, you're not allowed to be on your side when you're slinging him like a mop. He already know ain't no kingdom giving you no mop to sling him whenever you choose and you feel you can. That's the ideal of what he was saying. Don't buckle up against the branches, because he knew that they would. He knew it. And what would that be like, Deborah? Thinking that you can sling a mop to represent Yah anytime your mouth, your mental state, and your thoughts in your ways. Why? Because you think, because you're white, you're just doing right. And you don't want to search how much wrong in you. And that's every European on the face of this earth. Sister Deborah ain't trying to get not one number, not one to search themselves, because y'all didn't search them. He already know what he have found in them is what he put in them. So this is why they can't release this power and this control to be in and control everything, and not allowing people to have their own way of thinking for themselves. You see, for themselves, because Yah is in them. Greater is he that's in them than he that is in the ones that want to control who Yah is in them. You can't control that. I know it. You white, you right. So everything you say, it goes. And everything Yah say don't mean a rat's behind. But that's not how he rumbled. He put his seeds down here to work with his seeds. A lot of y'all don't understand. He didn't put the seeds down here to work with everybody he coming to destroy in Revelation 18. I don't know why people don't, they talk about this as their word, but they don't even understand that Yah is not about making sure you stay white and right. No, he's going to tear your tail up. And he done told you over and over and over from all the way from the Old Testament all the way up into the Revelation. Done told you heathens and Gentiles, but they don't bother. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Because as long as they on this earth, they're going to say, I'm white, so 100% I'm right. And then you get these here white people who going all over the United States to tell them how wrong they are and how they need to deal with themselves from within. You think it help? Especially the men. They ain't gonna buckle. They ain't gonna buckle at all. So why do these women have to do that? David is good, though. David is really good. Why do these women, and David traveled too, y'all. Why do these women have to do that? Because you ain't gonna get it. These men are the lineage of their forefathers. They didn't got away with it for so long, y'all. They don't know which way to turn, but the way that they desire. They're not going to turn no other way but the way that they desire. And I'm going to go into this here. I had another situation, and I'm going to see if I can still pull her up. She might not be on here. No, she's not on here. I don't see her. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't see her. I don't see her on here. It was another young lady that they still ain't found since June I think the middle of June. They ain't found her either, and she was pregnant, and they can't find her. They don't know where she at. But this is also showing you that it's beyond what we can even think, y'all. It's totally out of control. Where things are at today is totally out of control. And we as individuals, we sitting around acting like, hey, it ain't nothing to it, because the media ain't gonna bring it forth. Okay. And just because it's not gonna bring it forth don't mean that it's not happening. And like I said, when this young guy, when it happened with him, all of a sudden, I'm looking here and say, Father, wait a minute, all these people, oh, wait a minute now, is it that many? And I'm like, wait a minute, since June of 2026, it's been that many. Yep. Yep. And then people don't even understand why they dropping down to 12% of the population, Judah. They're doing it because this is who they are. This is their makeup. This is their makeup. It's in their spirit. That's why one don't want you to talk about them. It's because it's in their spirit too. That's why one don't want to hear it, because it's in their spirit. See, it's rooted. And my ex-husband said, but could it also be shame? No, ain't no shame in that game, because they in full denial. They in full denial. And that's what I've been telling y'all on here. They want to be in full denial. Instead of searching their own history, you see, and see what type of level of, let me tell you what type of level of wickedness is really in this country. You know why? If you call yourself a servant of the Most High Yah, and you feel you are the spiritual seed, you know why you would search that? Because you would want to know, okay, Father, you're going to destroy a whole country before you destroy the world. What was them people doing over there, Father? Father, how long they been doing this? Father, what they been doing? People don't get into that. They do not get involved in it. They don't connect to it, because they figured, I don't need to know it because it ain't who we are. I don't need to know it because it ain't me. I don't need to know it because my forefathers them did. They have full denial. And the Father said, that's okay. I pour a strong delusion on them in that end day, so they can continue to believe the lie. That's why I said it's a sad thing. Yes, it is. It's a sad thing, because like I said, you can sit here and talk about how horrible Judah is. They don't have no problem. But the moment you step into that, Sister Deborah have an issue with that, because I feel that there are those that are grafted in. But guess what? Their spirit is right with Yah, not their mouth. That they can sling with a mop anytime they use Yah. They can sling him any way they want to. No, you can't. And he ain't going for it. He ain't going for it. Now, this is what I didn't. And did I know it? Yes, I did, y'all. I had already heard about this. And that's something else. They in full denial. I don't know if y'all knew that. The reason why these children are missing, and there's so many, and I forgot the name of the word, but it's when you put a child in so much fear. Put them in fear first and foremost, and then drain their blood. There's power in it, child. That's what they're doing. These same people that I'm talking about. That's what they're doing. You see, and we sitting around looking like fools, not understanding why are you coming for Babylon. Babylon ain't going to omit the wicked that's in it. Because to me, 500,000 children from Mexico came across this border. Where are they? Who cares? You see? They're complaining now. And I'm like saying, y'all should have been complaining way back. How many melanated people been missing in the last 2 or 3 weeks? And I'm like saying, why ain't nobody said something? Because you're so busy trying to keep up with Epstein. You're so busy trying to keep up Donald Trump and Iran and all that stupid stuff, instead of bringing spirit and truth to the forefront. And that's all everybody who got a page on here. That's melanated. That's brown skin. They won't see, they just will not bring truth out for nothing. But they think that, CNN, NBC, CBS, they should be telling the truth. No, what are you doing? And I think myself, I think that's a real sad situation, because why did it take this here young man to find out that the same situation where there were European males since June, y'all should see the numbers, died from a European male, which was supposed to be their friend. It's not just this young guy here, but I'm trying to figure out what's the deal. Something behind this, y'all. Something is behind this one here. I don't know if it's mom and daddy, but something ain't right. Because this one lady came up, she said, mine's been missing, and he was killed by two white young men, and they let them go. And she was saying, it bothers me that they doing something with this case, and mine's been gone. I know the feeling as a mother. You know why I know? Because I'm coming from a standpoint of the spirit. Not so much as the standpoint of a mother in the flesh, but of the spirit. I feel her, okay? I really do. That's why I'm making sure what I'm saying, and I'm not going to stop. And she's sitting here trying to make it make sense. And then all of a sudden I wake up in the morning, another mother coming up saying the same thing. I said, you mean to tell me y'all, all these here took place within June? Yep. Same situation. Y'all, this is, and the same thing hanging on the tree since January, 100. And then you don't want to learn about who you are, your people. You just want to know about how bad we are. Something wrong somewhere. That's why they can't handle it. Like I said, my ex-husband said they can't handle it. It's a shame there, and they ain't finna, own it to cover the shame. They just deny. And I believe this is what I said to y'all the other day. I say, if a melanated person decide to meet, they end up meeting a European or white. First thing y'all should do is sit down and study both together each other's nationality. Right then and there. Don't go no further than that, y'all. Don't go drinking, because drinking gonna make you lay down. First, you need to study each other's nationalities. It is so important. You know what did it do to him? It'll let her know where this here white man stand. It'll let him know where this black woman stand, as far as what she could have gone through, what her race have gone through, and what her race has suffered, and how things really are on the other side. And she'll learn his side with him, and he'll find out when, wait a minute, what role did my people play in this? You see what I'm saying? And what all of this here about my nation of people. And then you put them together, and then you try to talk about it. And I think that's the first. But these women, they are marrying these men and locking in baby after baby after baby after baby after baby, and have no idea where the heart of these white men are standing. Their hearts can be exactly where their forefather hearts is at. And during this tribulation time we're in, it's going to tell the whole story. Everything in the dark going to be clearly seen in the light. Everybody going to start reacting to really who and what seed that is in them. See, you can marry a black woman, a brown-skinned woman, or you can marry a white man. You don't know what side are they on. You really don't. And that's how they do it. They don't care about what side. They just want to do what they see others doing, and they just want what they want for that moment. And then as time go on, the women going to end up having all these babies, and then and start thinking it was all about the baby. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You can't do that. But it's too late. It's too late. But what ain't too late is what he said regarding tribulation, perilous time. Men heart shall fail them. I know it. You all don't think that's going to even happen. You know, I already know that. Most people don't even think something like that could actually take place. But it's taking place already. It's already taking place. It's sitting here looking at us face to face, looking dead at us face to face, and we calling it everything outside of what it ain't. I'm just trying to find that other. And that's what we're doing. We just feel that it is what it is, and that's all that matters. I'm just trying to see if I can pull up that other. I don't even know. I don't think I have it. That other young lady, but no need of me pulling it up. But I will say to you all, you can go on, think what you want to think, feel what you want to feel, walk into your destiny that leads into your flesh. Let your flesh walk your destiny out. Because if you think for 1 minute, y'all gonna let you swing a mop, use him like a mop, you the fool. You know what he told me in the car this evening? He says, just like this. He said, you know how in the study guide it says they're going to come to the throne of judgment and say, I did this, and this. So Deborah, this is what he said. Why would you think they're going to be able to come back to glory with them great big lies and not have those great big lies here on the earth? I say, I get it. Father, I got it. I get it. I got it. I'm good. Because it's something to think about. Now, would you think a pastor or a bishop or a priest would teach that? No, they wouldn't. The ways that things are on the earth is the way it's going to remain. The wheat and the tare has been separated. It's time to separate yourself from the serpent seed. You keep going in the area of the serpent seed is going to have you. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. You know we're in the midnight hour. We're not in the time to start trying to make Yah the lie so we can live our lie. Don't go trying to use him and sling him with a mop. When I talked to him Most High, and he said this, and he said this, and I asked him this, and I asked. No. You don't have to do all that. How many times you went down in prayer, in spirit? That's the only way he said we can come. Worship him, come to him in your spirit. But he's telling us so much on the top, just like I was telling you a lot of these prophets and prophetess. He's giving y'all vision and dreams and everything. But what about us communicating with him from his spirit to our spirit? That's what he said we should be doing. But everybody just taking them out and just slinging it, saying they worship him. When they just wiping up their own lives and using him as the mop to do it. It ends. You ain't gonna get away with it. He's not gonna let you. He's not gonna let you. And the same lies that they're gonna be coming to the glory with is the same lies they're trying to get away with down here, because they think they can benefit from it on the earth. Not allowing things to just pan itself out or to work itself out. He don't need us to roar for him like we the lion. The son, Yeshua HaMashiach, is the lion. We are Judah, where he come out of. Right here today, there's people who won't even say it. They won't own up to it. They won't study it. They won't dissect it. They won't level that bad boy off in their living. Why? because they feel, hey, it's about us that's white. We put y'all on the tail end, but it's about us. So that's where y'all gonna let them remain for the rest of their living. The rest of their living. And slinging him like the mop, you can hang that up because he is not a mop. But that's the only way you can get away with it. Go for it. The mop gonna wipe your tail up off the floor. Oh, Deborah, did you go there? I sure did. The mop is gonna wipe your tails off the floor since you're slinging him all over the place. He said there's a time to speak and a time to keep quiet. Not speak and hang. Oh, no. You can't speak and then not allow people to speak. I know all your living, Black people don't have nothing to say. Black people can't say nothing. We can't say nothing. We ain't got a mind to think nothing. We ain't got a heart to feel nothing. We just stupid, dumb, and ain't human. But the seeds of the Spirit will shut your tail down with your mop in your hand. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you all, separate yourself in a way that all things need to be separated. All things. I am grateful for the Most High Yah that's going to work with me from the inside out. Not so much as on the outside in, but from the inside out. I'm one to tell you he can work with you from the inside out. You can't try to roll him and use him like a mop, like on the outside. I can mop him here and mop him here. And if this spill, I want him to wipe up this. And if this go this way, I want him to go this way. No, he don't go your way because you ain't got no way. You better find out what the two ways are in the eternal while you're trying to make things to go your way. You better check out the two ways, just like the two gates, the two books, the two seeds. You better check that out so you'll know the two ways. Was the first. Before there was two seeds, there was the two ways that he's going to send the seeds. He wanted us to understand that we as Judah and Israel, the true seeds of the Spirit, we cannot, that are spirit and truth and the light, we cannot add in strangers to the body of Hamashiach. He has not given us the ability in the spirit realm to do so. So if you add them in, you do it at your own cost and your own expense. Okay? Because a lot of them ain't gonna want to come in under no other way but the way they were brought up to believe within them. So the Spirit of the Most High Yah has to graft them in. Not you nor I, but the Most High Yah has to graft them in because he already know. He the one put them out. He have to be the one to graft them in. He said it's not for Israel and Judah to add the stranger in. The strangers come in through his brand. And you now just imagine, watch this here, y'all. If the stranger come in through the brand of Yah, which is faith and belief, but still get down here and do their own ways of their natural father, you gonna tell me they coming in through faith and belief, or are they coming in through the lineage of their own father, or through the ways of their own father? That's why I wanted to show y'all. I wanted to pull up David. I'm gonna do it another time where you can see him, and you probably didn't heard him too. And you can even go to his page. Them two ladies, yeah, they've been doing it for years. I'm telling you what I've heard from them myself. They're not trying to be Hebrew Israelites. They're not trying to be Judah. They're not trying to line up with us. They're speaking what I keep trying to tell people that's worth speaking more than anything, righteous. See, righteous don't have a color nor a nationality. And that's what they're doing. They speak it righteous. They come down to speak righteous. What do that mean? They're already on y'all side. But you got those down here, they figure they can pick up the mop and claim they, they know Yahuwah, they know Yah, and they know this and they know that. They got this heavy, big relationship, but they got their father ways living in them and out of them. But yet they say they in there. What we see today is what you're going to see greater of tomorrow. Sister Deborah was telling y'all in a video, there's no compassion nor mercy on the earth. That is so 100. There's no compassion nor mercy on the earth today. It's either my way or no way. And their way has no work of Yah in front of them nor in back of them. No way. Did you all know that if I formed a meeting with my immediate family and my family, my parents, my mom and my siblings and all, do you know they would sit down and listen to me? How many of y'all can say that? How many of y'all can pull up like that? So when you see me on here, I'm not on here to play patty cake, bake a man with you. I'm on here because I'm a servant of the Most High Yah. And not now one of you can do anything about it. Not nothing. He don't care about your personal opinion, your feelings, the way you see this and the way you see that. It don't matter because he know it's 1,000,000 pages. Go to it. Run, clean, detach. Do everything you can. Because there's only 2 gates. Only 2 gates. Get the walking. Only 2 gates. I knew it. Only 2 seeds. It's only 2 destiny as far as eternal. So you ain't got nothing but 2 to choose from. And it's already chosen in you. Ain't that deep? When you think it's just about what your flesh can control and rule and be overseer and say and do. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Heaven's already signed you in and signed you out. So many of you thinking that, hey, like I say over and over and over, Sister Deborah ain't going nowhere. She's going to be on this Deborah platform doing exactly what she's been doing all this time. Teaching spirit and truth with the light in her right hand. And I suggest any and everybody. 2 eternal destinies. 2 type of seeds on the earth. Okay? There's 2 gates. There's 2 directions. The way of Yah and the way of Satan. You can get to going. Whichever way you think that you are. But don't be surprised. You're probably one place you probably think you are and end up another. So I today would like to say like unto the 10 virgins. You better know what your oil represents. And not be running around here thinking you entitled because you got oil. Because from what I'm understanding, even the oil itself can be taken away. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. Let me see what time. I got a few more minutes. So I am grateful. And the Father was telling me when I was writing this up about compassion and no mercy. He said that's what that's all about, Deborah. It's not in them. People don't have no compassion and no mercy, but they want him to have it toward them, and they want to say he has it toward them, but they want to walk to and fro in the earth with no compassion and no mercy. I sit back and I even think about how the gate is said to be narrow and very few shall enter therein. And then he turned around and said, a small remnant. And I'm like saying, wait a minute, Father, something going on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He ain't begging nobody. Everybody's already written in and written out. You written into this world. He already wrote you out, meaning your destiny is in those two. So getting down here clowning and trying to betray. And the reason why I brought up my family is I wanted to say to you all, how many of you all can say you can do that successfully with no problem? Call a meeting and preach the gospel. How many of y'all can do that? How many can you? I ain't talking about what your mouth say. I'm talking about what your spirit has to say about what your mouth quick to say. How many can do that? Many people can't even talk to their siblings. They can't even talk to their children in that way. Oh, they love their children. Their children love them. They get along with their children and everything. We can pull up with the word. See if they'll listen to you. See if it would divide you from them and them from you. A lot of people wouldn't even accept that. But the truth is, pull up with it. See how successful you are. It tells a lot. It tells a lot. And when you're not able to do it, it tells you that somewhere along the line, no one is listening to you. No one is hearing you. Nobody don't want to hear you. That can be a good thing and that can be a bad thing. Because see, in Yah, narrow is the gate. Ain't nobody coming through that gate from out of the broad. So every situation is supposed to be narrow. Supposed to be very few. Supposed to be little. You see? But the point I'm making is this. I don't care how few that follows Sister Deborah's page. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can talk to anybody. I can probably go get 7 or 8 dogs and they sit here and talk. I can sit and talk to them and let y'all watch. Yah's word never come back void, no matter what shape, form, or fashion it come in. The Father talked about how, and I heard a prophetess earlier today and yesterday, that same prophetess, when she was giving all these warnings and she was talking about how much hell she's catching from all these YouTubers. Now, she got a lot of YouTubers. She was talking about how much hell she's catching from all these men and all these white people and all these, lot of white people and all these men. And she's sitting here talking about how she, and how much hell she's catching. See, when you are the one, you're supposed to catch that type of mess. You're supposed to. And you're supposed to at least and less follow you. You know that's the way to the light. All you have to do is hear the Ruach talk to you. If you got the Ruach in you, let him talk to you. Let him speak to you. Because if he have to speak to you and send your butt out there and you see that even you can be on here 10 years and might not have no more than 5 or 10 subscribers, then you understand. But many of you all wouldn't even step in that realm. But you want to judge everybody else's realm and put your standards on everybody else's realm, but then you won't pull up with yours. Because yours ain't going to pull up in you. That's why. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate the Most High Yah dealing with me this morning and allowing me to understand a lot of things that many are going to lose out in understanding. Because another good thing that he taught me this morning is what he taught me yesterday too. But I got the fullness of it this morning. And that is when you're speaking in the spirit, your thoughts can also come forth, and the spirit would consider your thoughts, meaning you're not supposed to open your mouth, but your thoughts is not interfering with your spirit and your spirit communicating. but you there humbled, and your thoughts and minds were to put people on the altar and just pray for everybody. That's what I did. And I broke them down by individuals. I broke them down by individual. In my thought, I didn't say, y'all do this, do this, do this, do this. Oh, Father, bless this. No. I just thought. My thoughts was putting them before the altar. That's all my thought was. I'm going to put them so-and-so to the altar. Father, Yah. My thought, not my words, to the altar. Father, Yah, this one to the altar. That's what I did this morning, and I liked it, and I enjoyed it, and a miracle happened right before me. And that's why I say, don't play with this stuff. Don't play with this stuff. Nothing spiritual is to be played with. It's to be taken serious. It's not something to play with on the outside when the Spirit of the Most High Yah is dealing with you on the inside. Okay, so and I think it's a really sad thing that he could do all that he be doing in the spirit realm, and everybody disrespect every level of who he is in the spirit realm, but they can take every level of who he is in the flesh and make it what they think it should be, or what they feel it should be, or it is, and not consider the fact that to deal with him, it would have to be in the spirit realm, not so much in the natural, but in the spirit. Okay. So I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in, and I will for sure be back. Shalom and shalom.